Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Figure Wednesday. Today I will be reviewing the Mattel WWE Elite Series 21 Flashback Honky Tonk Man. This is his very first Elite figure, as a flashback obviously. It is pretty detailed. It has his jumpsuit, which is detailed like I just said. It's pretty cool. It looks good. The only thing they left out on his jumpsuit was his belt, as seen in the picture here. Supposedly Mattel was going to release a fixed version of this figure, and they never did to my knowledge, which was disappointing. I held off opening it for a while to see if they were going to fix it like they have others in the past, and they didn't. So I'm just going to open this one and review it for you. So let's take a look at him up close in the packaging. As you can see, it says Series 21 at the top. It says Honky Tonk Man. There's a picture of him here pointing. It's his first time in the line. It has the Elite Collection logo with the flashback little logo at the bottom. And you see him in kind of one of his famous poses with his guitar. That is also breakable, which is pretty cool that you could smash it over a figure's head. There's a WWE logo. It says includes guitar and jumpsuit, and it has a warning choking hazard there because of the guitar he comes with. On this side you can see it says includes guitar and jumpsuit. It says Elite Collection Flashback, and there's a picture of him there. Then this side it says Honky Tonk Man includes guitar and jumpsuit, and the WWE logos at the bottom and the Series 21 logos at the top. And looking at the back here, you could see that it is pretty detailed since he has a pretty highlighted career, honestly. You can see it has Elite Collection Flashback logo up here, Series 21 WWE logo. It says Honky Tonk Man, first time in the line. A larger image of him here. Has his height and weight, where he's from, his signature move, his career highlights, and a little bio about him. It says recreate the action of WWE, and also in the set is Alberto Del Rio, Ryback, AJ, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, and it shows one of the older raw basic rings that you could buy for your figures, and just some company information at the bottom. So that being said, let's take a look at him fresh out of the package. Alright guys, so here we have the Elite 21 Flashback Honky Tonk Man fresh out of the package. Overall I'd say it's a pretty cool figure. I haven't seen it out of the jumpsuit yet, so my review of it will actually be my first time seeing him out of this outfit, but overall I'd say he looks good, his joints are good. He comes with this guitar, which I'll show you first. I'm leaving the rubber bands on it for the sake of the review, but you can cut these off. This is just to help it stay together. I don't know how well it stays together or not, but looking at it you can see all the great detail in it, which is very cool just for a guitar prop in general. It does break, as you'll see here. It has a crack on it, so you could break it into pieces and have him smash it over somebody's head, or if you want to give it to an old Jeff Jarrett figure, even give it to The Rock in his Hollywood attire. It's just a great accessory and very detailed, as you can see. It's really cool. So now let's take a look at Honky Tonk himself, first in his jumpsuit. As you can see here, he has his cheesy smiling head scan with his Elvis looking hairdo. This is when he was young and in shape. If you see Honky Tonk Man today, he's got a huge beer gut, and he does not look anything like this. He still wears his hair very similar though, so that's kind of funny. But you can see his long sideburns, his hair slicked back like in his song. He's got a ball jointed head that moves up and down, and his hair does not restrict it, and his jumpsuit doesn't either, so you could pose him nicely there. But it does look like him for the most part. You could turn it left and right as well, like all elites. The Velcro for his jumpsuit is right here. It's kind of funny that it splits here, so if this was a current version of him, his stomach would be hanging out like this, so that's funny. As you could probably tell by now, I'm not a fan of the guy. But yeah, his figure is nice, don't get me wrong. His jumpsuit is cloth. It has the guitar designs here with the musical notes, and then you can see on the sleeves it has the more musical note designs. It goes back here, jukebox, records, and more musical notes. And this sleeve is more musical notes going all the way down. And going to his legs, he has records and musical notes. And same with this leg as well. So very detailed. It does not restrict his movement, as you can see. It's very thin fabric, so that's nice. So now let's take a look at him out of the jumpsuit. Alright guys, here's Honky Tonk Man out of his jumpsuit. As you can see, looking at his jumpsuit, it splits apart pretty easily and you just slide him out of it. It's not too hard to get him in and out of it, so it's cool. And it's a nice detailed piece, as you can see. So Mattel did a really nice job like they normally do in their cloth goods. So that's just one reason to pick this up. It's very cool. Looking at him now, we already looked at his head, but looking at his torso, he's got the heavier base torso since he was kind of a thick guy. He has a typical chest joint and somewhat ripped abs, but when he was younger I'm sure he was in shape. I don't really remember. I wasn't a big fan of his, but this does look pretty accurate from what I remember. He has ball jointed shoulders, go up and down, as well as swivel bicep joints, typical elbow joints. He has his painted white wrist tape, swivel wrist joints, and hand joints that go up and down as well. He has an open hand here to hold his guitar, so that's neat. The arms look the same on both sides. He has a swivel waist joint as well. Going down to his tights, he has red tights with white, musical notes on it. These are ball jointed legs that go up and down as well as outward. And he also has swivel thigh joints as well there. Kind of hard to move, but you can see the cool guitar designs on the sides of his tights. And then on the back it says shake, rattle, and roll, and it has 2 musical notes as well. Going down to his knees, he has double jointed knees, so you could really pose him well that way. And then he has swivel boot joints, as well as typical ankle joints. Mine are kind of stiff, so it's harder to move, so just be careful and don't force it and end up breaking the figure. But you can see the detail in his boots with the laces and the wrinkles and everything, so it is a cool figure. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the guy, but the figure is pretty neat. So I do recommend picking it up if you're still able to find him now. I know by the time I did this review, Elite 22 is out, and maybe by the time you see this review, Elite 23 will be out, but yeah. Be sure to pick it up if you're a Legends collector like myself. It's a very cool piece to have in your collection. So yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to like Wrestling Figure Wednesday on Facebook to suggest future reviews you'd like to see, and I will see you next week. Thanks!